2 Kings chapter 16. In the 17th year of Pekah, the son of Remaliah, Ahaz, the son of Jotham, king of Judah, began to reign. 20 years old was Ahaz when he began to reign, and reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, and did not that which was right in the sight of the Lord his God, like David his father. But he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, yea, and made his son to pass through the fire, according to the abominations of the heathen, whom the Lord had cast out from before the children of Israel. And he sacrificed and burnt incense in the high places and on the hills and under every green tree. Then Rezin, king of Syria, and Pekah, son of Remaliah, king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to war. And they besieged Ahaz, but could not overcome him. At that time, Rezin, king of Syria, recovered Elath to Syria, and drove the Jews from Elath, and the Syrians came to Elath and dwelt there unto this day. So Ahaz sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and saying, I am thy servant and thy son. Come up and save me out of the hand of the king of Syria, and out of the hand of the king of Israel, which rise up against me. And Ahaz took silver and gold that was found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house, and sent it for a present to the king of Assyria. And the king of Assyria hearkened unto him, for the king of Assyria went up against Damascus, and took it, and carried the people of it captive to Kir, and slew Rezin. And King Ahaz went to Damascus to meet Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and saw an altar that was at Damascus. And King Ahaz sent unto Urijah the priest the fashion of the altar and the pattern of it, according to all the workmanship thereof. And Urijah the priest built an altar according to all that King Ahaz had sent from Damascus. So Urijah the priest made it against King Ahaz. The priest made it against King Ahaz, came from Damascus. And when the king was come from Damascus, the king saw the altar, and the king approached to the altar and offered thereon. And he burnt his burnt offering and his meat offering, and poured his drink offering, and sprinkled the blood of his peace offerings upon the altar. And he brought also the brazen altar which was before the Lord, and for the forefront of the house, from between the altar and the house of the Lord, and put it on the north side of the altar. And he brought also the brazen altar which was before the Lord. And the king Ahaz commanded Urijah the priest, saying, Upon the great altar burn the morning burnt offerings and the evening meat offerings, and the king's burnt offering sacrifices, and his meat offering with the burnt offering of all the people of the land, and their meat offering and their drink offering. Sprinkle upon it all the blood of the burnt offering, and all the blood of the sacrifice. The brazen altar shall be for me to inquire by. Thus did Urijah the priest according to all that King Ahaz commanded. And King Ahaz cut off the borders from the bases, and removed the lever from off them, and took down the sea from off the brazen oxen that were under it, and put it upon the pavement of stones. And the covert of the Sabbath that they had built in the house, the king's entry, and the king's entry without, turned he from the house of the Lord for the king of Assyria. Now the rest of the acts of King Ahaz, which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Ahaz slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David, and Hezekiah his son reigned in his stead. In the 12th year of King Ahaz, the king of Judah, began Hoshea the king of Elah to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him. Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, and Hoshea became his servant and gave him presents. And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to So, king of Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison. Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land, and went up to Samaria, and besieged it 3 years. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria, and carried Israel away into Samaria, and placed them in Alah, in the harbor by the river Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes. For it was that the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord their God, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and had feared other gods, and walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel, and of the kings of Israel, which they had made. And the children of Israel did secretly those things which were not right against the Lord their God. And they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchmen to the fenced city. And they set them up images and groves in every high hill and under every green tree, and there they burnt incense in all the high places, as did the heathen whom the Lord carried away before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger, for they served idols, whereof the Lord had said unto them, Ye shall not do this thing. Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, Turn ye your evil ways from your evil ways, and keep my commandments and my statutes according to the law which I command your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Notwithstanding, they will not hear, but they hardened their necks like the neck of their fathers, and they did not believe in the Lord their God. And they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them. And they followed after vanity and became vain, and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them. And they left all the commandments of the Lord their God, and made them molten images, even 2 calves, and made a grove, and worshipped all the host of heaven, and served Baal. Worshipped all the host of heaven, and served Baal. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire, and used divination and enchantment, and sold themselves to evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel, and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only. Also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord their God, but walked in the statutes of Israel which they made. And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel, and afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of spoilers, until he had cast them out of his sight. For he rent Israel from the house of David, and made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king. And Jeroboam drove Israel from following the Lord, and made them sin a great sin. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam which he did. They departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of the sight. And as he had said by the servants the prophets, so was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. The king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cutha, and from Ava, from Amath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria, and dwelt in the cities thereof. And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there, that they feared not the Lord, and therefore the Lord sent lions among them, which slew some of them. Wherefore they spake of the king of Assyria, saying, The nations which thou hast removed and placed in the cities of Samaria know not the manner of the God of the land. Therefore he hath sent lions among them, and behold, they slay them, because they know not the manner of the God of the land. Then the king of Assyria commanded, saying, Carry thither one of the priests whom ye brought from thence, and let them go and dwell there, and let them teach them the manner of the God of the land. Then one of the priests which they had carried away from Samaria, and dwelt in Bethel, and taught them how they should fear the Lord. Howbeit every nation made gods of their own, and put them in the houses of the high places which the Samaritans had made, every nation in their city wherein they dwelt. And the men of Babylon made Succoth Benoth, and the men of Cuth made Nergal, and the men of Hamath made Ashima, and the Avite and the Nibhaz and Tartak, and the Sepharvites burnt their children in the fire, and the Avites and the Nibzak and the Sepharvites burned their children in fire to Adramelech and Anamelech, the gods of Sepharvaim. Just a moment. So they feared the Lord, and made unto themselves of the lowest of them priests of high places, which sacrificed for them in the houses of the high places. They feared the Lord, and served their own gods, after the manner of the nations whom they carried away from thence. Unto this day they do after the former manners. They fear not the Lord, neither do they after their statutes, or after their ordinances, or after the law and commandment which the Lord had commanded the children of Jacob, whom he named Israel, with whom the Lord had made a covenant, and charged them, saying, Ye shall not fear other gods, nor bow yourselves to them, nor serve them, nor sacrifice to them. But the Lord who brought you out of the land of Egypt with great power and outstretched arm, him shall ye fear, and him shall ye worship, and to him shall ye do sacrifice. And the statutes and the ordinances and the law and the commandments which he wrote for you, ye shall observe to do forevermore, and ye shall not fear other gods. And the covenant that I have made with you shall ye not forget, neither shall ye fear other gods, but the Lord your God, you shall ye fear, and he shall deliver you out of the hand of your enemies. Howbeit, they did not hearken, but they did after their former manner. So these nations fear the Lord and serve their own graven images, both their children and their children's children, as did their fathers, so they did unto this day. Chapter 18. Now it came to pass in the third year of Hoshea the son of Elah, the king of Israel, that Hezekiah the son of Ahaz, the king of Judah, began to reign. 25 years old was he when he began to reign, and he reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was also Abi, the daughter of Zechariah, and he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that David his father did. He removed his high places and brake the images, and cut down the groves, and brake in pieces the brazen serpents that Moses had made. For unto those days the children of Israel did burn incense to it, and he called it Nehushtan. He trusted in the Lord God of Israel, so that after him there was none like him among all the kings of Judah, nor any before him. For he cleaved to the Lord and departed not from following him, but kept his commandments which the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord was with him, and he prospered whithersoever he went, and he rebelled against the king of Assyria and served him not. He smote the Philistines even unto Gad and the borders thereof, from the tower of the watchmen to the fenced city. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Hezekiah, which was the 7th year of Hoshea the son of Elah, the king of Israel, that Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against Samaria and besieged it. And at the end of 3 years, they took it, even in the 6th year of Hezekiah, that is the 9th year of Hoshea, king of Israel. Samaria was taken. And the king of Assyria did carry away Israel unto Assyria, and put them in Halah, in Harbor, by the river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes, because they obeyed not the voice of the Lord their God, but transgressed his covenant, and all that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded, and would not hear them nor do them. Now in the 14th year of the king Hezekiah, year of King Hezekiah, did Sennacherib, king of Assyria, come up against all the fenced cities of Judah and took them. And Hezekiah the king of Judah sent to king of Assyria to Lachish, saying, I have offended. Return from me, that thou which thou puttest on me will I bear. And the king of Assyria appointed Hezekiah king of Judah 300 talents of silver and 30 talents of gold. And Hezekiah gave him all the silver that was found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house. At that time did Hezekiah cut off the gold from the doors of the temple and from the pillars which Hezekiah king of Judah had overlaid, and gave it to the king of Assyria. And the king of Assyria sent Tartan and Rabsaris and Rabshakeh, the king from Lachish, to King Hezekiah with great host against Jerusalem. And they went up and came to Jerusalem. And when they were come up, they come and stood by the conduit of the upper pool, which is by the highway of the fuller's field. And when they are called to the king, there came out to them Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah the son of Asaph the recorder. And Rabshakeh said unto them, Speak ye now to Hezekiah, thus saith the great king, the king of Assyria, what confidence is this wherein thou trustest? Thou sayest, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for the war. Now on whom dost thou trust, that thou rebellest against me? Now behold, thou trusted upon the staff of this bruised reed, even upon Egypt, on which if a man lean, it will go into his hands and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt unto all that trust on him. But if he say unto me, we trust in the Lord our God, is not that he whose high places and whose altars Hezekiah had taken away, and he had said to Judah and Jerusalem, ye shall worship before this altar in Jerusalem? Now therefore I pray thee, give pledges to my lord the king of Assyria, and I will deliver 2,000 horses, if thou be able on thy part to set riders upon them. How then will thou turn away the face of one captain of the least of my master's servants, and put their trust on Egypt's chariots and for horsemen? Am I now come up without the Lord against this place to destroy it? The Lord said to me, go up against this land and destroy it. Then said Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, and Shebna and Joah, and unto Rabshakeh, speak, I pray thee, to thy servants in the Syrian language, for we understand it, and talk not with us in the Jews' language, in the ears of the people that are on the wall. But Rabshakeh said unto them, as my master sent me to thy master and to thee, to speak these words, hath he not sent me to the men which sit on the wall, that they may eat their own dung and drink their own piece with you? Then Rabshakeh stood and cried with a loud voice in the Jews' language, and spake, hear the word of the great king, the king of Assyria. Then said the king, let not Hezekiah deceive you, for he shall not be able to deliver you out of his hand. Neither let Hezekiah make you trust in the Lord, saying, the Lord will surely deliver us in the city, and this city shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria. Hearken not to Hezekiah, for thus saith the king of Assyria, make an agreement with me by a present, and come out to me, then eat ye every man of his own vine, and every man of his own fig tree, and drink ye on the waters of his cistern, until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, a land of corn and wine, a land of bread and vineyards, a land of olive oil and of honey, that he may live and not die. And hearken not unto Hezekiah when he persuaded you, saying, the Lord will deliver us. Hath any of the gods of the nations delivered at all this land out of the hand of the king of Assyria? Where are the gods of Hamath and of Arphad? Where are the gods of Seraphim, Hena, and Eva? Have they delivered Samaria out of my hand? Who are they among all the gods of the countries that have delivered their country out of my hand, that the Lord should deliver Jerusalem out of my hand? But the people held their peace and answered him not a word, for the king's commandment was, answer him not. Then came Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah the son of Asaph the recorder, to Hezekiah with their clothes rent, and told him the words of Rabshakeh. Chapter 19. And it came to pass, when King Hezekiah heard it, that he rent his clothes and covered himself with sackcloth, and went into the house of the Lord. And he sent Eliakim, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and the elders of the priests, covered with sackcloth, to Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos. And he said unto him, thus saith Hezekiah, this day is a day of trouble, and of rebuke, and of blasphemy, for the children are come to the birth, and there is not strength to bring forth. It may be that the Lord thy God will hear all the words of Rabshakeh, whom the king of Assyria his master hath sent to reproach the living God, and will reprove the words which the Lord thy God hath heard. Wherefore lift up thy prayer for the remnants that are left. So the servants of the king Hezekiah came to Isaiah, and Isaiah said unto them, thus shall he say to your master, thus saith the Lord, be not afraid of the words which thou hast heard, which the servants of the king of Assyria have blasphemed me. Behold, I will send a blast upon him, and he shall hear a rumor, and he shall return to his own land, and I will cause him to fall by the sword in his own land. So Rabshakeh returned and found the king of Assyria warring against Libnah, for he had heard that he was departed from Lachish. And when he heard say of Tirhakah, king of Ethiopia, behold, he is come out to fight against thee, he sent messengers again unto Hezekiah, saying, thus shall he speak to Hezekiah, king of Judah, saying, let not thy God in whom thou trusted deceive thee, saying, Jerusalem shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria. Behold, thou hast heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all the lands, by destroying them utterly, and shalt thou be delivered? Have the gods of the nations delivered them which my fathers have destroyed, and Gozan and Haran and Rezeph, and the children of Eden which were in Telassar, which is the king of Hamath, and the king of Arphad, and the king of the city of Seraphim, of Hena and Eva? And Hezekiah received the letter of the hand of the messengers and read it. And Hezekiah went up to the house of the Lord and spread it before the Lord. And Hezekiah prayed before the Lord and said, O Lord God of Israel, which dwelleth between the cherubims, thou art the God, even thou alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth. Thou hast made the heaven and the earth. O Lord, bow down thine ear and hear. Open, Lord, thine eyes, and see, and hear the words of Sennacherib, which had sent him to reproach the living God. Of a truth, Lord, the king of Assyria have destroyed the nations of their lands, and have cast their gods into the fire, for they were no gods, but the work of men's hands in wood and stone. Therefore they have destroyed them. Now therefore, O Lord our God, I beseech thee, save thou us out of his hand, that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that thou art the Lord God, even thou only. Then Isaiah the son of Amos sent to Hezekiah, saying, thus hear the Lord God of Israel, that which thou hast prayed to me against Sennacherib king of Assyria, I have heard. This is the word that the Lord had spoken concerning him. The virgin, the daughter of Zion, had despised thee, and laughed thee to scorn. The daughter of Jerusalem hath shaken their head at thee, whom thou hast reproached and blasphemed, and against whom thou hast exalted their voice, and lifted up thine eyes on high, even against the Holy One of Israel. By thy messengers thou hast reproached the Lord, and hast said, with the multitude of my chariots I am come up to the height of the mountains, and to the sides of Lebanon, and will cut down the tall cedar trees thereof, and the choice and the fig trees thereof, and I will enter into the lodgings of his borders, and into the forest of his camel. I have digged and drunk strange waters, and with the whole sole of my feet I have dried up the rivers and besieged the places. As thou not heard long ago, I have done it, and of ancient times I have formed it. Now I have brought it to pass that thou shouldest be to lay waste first cities into the ruinous heaps. Therefore their inhabitants were of small power. They were dismayed and confounded. They were as the grass of the field, and as the green herb, and as the greenhouse tops, as the corn blasted before it be grown up. But I know thy abode and thy going out and thy coming in, and thy rage against me, because thy rage against me and the tumult is come up into my ears. Therefore I will put my yoke in thy nose and my bridle in thy lips, and I will turn thee back by the way which thou camest, and it shall be a sign unto thee, and ye shall eat this year the things that grow of themselves, and in the second year which springeth of the same, and in the third year sow ye, and reap, and plant vineyards, and eat fruit thereof, and the remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall yet take root downward and bear fruit upward. For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, and they that escape out of the mount of Zion, the zeal of the Lord shall perform this. Thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria: He shall not come into the city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before it with a shield, nor cast a bank against it. By the way that he came, he return, and shall not come into the city, saith the Lord. For I will defend the city to save it for my own sake and for my servant David's sake. And it came to pass that night that the angel of the Lord went out and smote it in the camp of the Assyrians 100 fourscore and 5,000. And they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, departed, and went and returned, and dwelt at Nineveh. And came to pass, as he was worshipping in the house of Nisroch, his god, that Adramelech and Sharezer his son smote him with the sword, and they escaped into the land of Armenia. And Esarhaddon his son reigned in his stead. Chapter 20. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah the son of Amos came to him, and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech you, O Lord, remember now that I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have not done that which is good, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore, and it came to pass that for Isaiah was gone out in the middle of the court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears, behold, I will heal thee. On the third day thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord, and I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee out of this city and out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend this city for my own sake and for my servant David's sake. And Isaiah said, Take a lump of figs, and he took it and laid it on the boil, and he recovered. And Hezekiah said unto Isaiah, What shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me, that I will go up into the house of the Lord the third day? And Isaiah said, This sign shall thou have of the Lord, that the Lord will do a thing that he has spoken, and shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees or back 10 degrees? And Hezekiah answered, It is a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees, but let the shadow return back 10 degrees. And Isaiah the prophet cried unto the Lord, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backward, by which it had gone down in the dial of Ahaz. At that time, Berodach Baladan, the son of Baladan, the king of Babylon, sent letters and a present unto Hezekiah, for he had heard that Hezekiah had been sick. And Hezekiah hearkened unto them, and showed them all the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold and the spices, and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasure. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his dominion, that Hezekiah showed them not. Then came Isaiah the prophet unto the king Hezekiah, and said unto them, What said these men, and from whence came they unto you? And Hezekiah said, They are come from a far country, even from Babylon. And he said, What have they seen in thine house? And Hezekiah answered, All the things that are in my house have they seen. And there is nothing among my treasures that I have not showed them. And Isaiah said unto Hezekiah, Hear the word of the Lord. Behold, the days come, that all that is in thine house, and that which thy fathers have laid up in store, this day shall be carried unto Babylon. Nothing shall be left, saith the Lord. And of thy sons shall issue from thee, when thou shalt beget, shall they take away, and they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon. Then Hezekiah said, Good is the word of the Lord which thou hast spoken. And he said, Is it not good, if peace and truth be in my days? And the rest of the acts of Hezekiah and all his might, and how he made a pool, a conduit, and brought water to the city, are they not written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and Manasseh his son reigned in his stead. Chapter 21. Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 50 and 5 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hephzibah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of God, and after the abomination of the heathen. whom the Lord had cast out before the children of Israel, for he built up high places, which Hezekiah his father had destroyed, and he reared up altars of Baal for Baal, and made a grove as did Ahab king of Israel, and worshipped all the host of heaven and served them. And he built altars in the house of the Lord, of which the Lord had said, in Jerusalem will I pitch my name. And he built altars of the Lord of the host of heaven in two courts in the house of the Lord, and he made his son pass through the fire, and observed times, and used enchantments, and dealt with familiar spirits and wizards. He wrought much wickedness in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. And he set a graven image of the grove that he made in his house, which the Lord said to David and to Solomon his son, in his house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever. Neither will I make the feet of Israel move any more out of the land which I gave their fathers only if they will observe to do according to all that I have commanded them, and according to the law that my servant Moses commanded them. But they hearkened not, and Manasseh seduced them to do more evil than did the nations whom the Lord destroyed before the children of Israel. And the Lord spake by his servant the prophet, saying, because Manasseh king of Judah had done these abominations, and had done wickedly above all that the Amorites did, which were before him, and had made Judah able to sin, also to sin with his idols. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, behold, I am bringing such evil upon Jerusalem and Judah, that whosoever heareth of it, both his ears shall tingle. And I will stretch over Jerusalem the line of Assyria, and plummet of the house of Ahab, and I will wipe Jerusalem as a man wipeth dish, wiping it and turning it upside down. I will forsake the remnant of my inheritance, and deliver them into the hand of their enemies. And they shall become a prey and a spoil to all their enemies, because they have done that which was evil in my sight, and have provoked me to anger since the day their fathers came forth out of Egypt, even unto this day. Moreover, Manasseh shed innocent blood very much, till he had filled Jerusalem from one end to another, beside his sin wherewith he made Judah to sin, doing that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. Now, for the rest of the acts of Manasseh, all that he did, and his sin that he sinned, they are they not written in the book of Chronicles of the king of Judah? And Manasseh slept with his fathers and was buried in the garden of his house, in the garden of Uzzah. And Amon his son reigned in his stead. And Amon was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 2 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Meshulemeth, the daughter of Haruz of Jotbah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, as his father Manasseh did. And he walked in all the way of his father that his father walked in, and served the idols that his father served, and worshipped them. And he forsook the Lord, the God of his fathers, and walked not in the way of the Lord. And the servants of Ammon conspired against him, and slew the king in his own house. And the people of the land slew all them that had conspired against the king Ammon. And the people of the land made Josiah his son king in his stead. Now the rest of the acts of Ammon which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the king of Judah? And he was buried in his sepulchre in the garden of Uzzah, and Josiah his son reigned in his stead. Chapter 22. Josiah was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 30 and 1 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Jedidah, the daughter of Adiah of Boscath. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, and walked in all the way of David his father. And he turned not aside to the right hand or to the left. And it came to pass in the 18th year of King Josiah, that the king sent Shaphan the son of Azaliah, the son of Meshullam, the scribe, to the house of the Lord, saying, go up to Hilkiah the high priest, that he may sum the silver which is brought into the house of the Lord, which the keepers of the door have gathered of the people, and let them deliver it into the hand of the doers of the work, and that have oversight of the house of the Lord. And let them give it to the doers of the work which is in the house of the Lord, to repair the breaches of the house, unto carpenters and builders and masons, and to buy timber and hewn stone to repair the house. Howbeit there was no reckoning made with them of the money that was delivered into their hand, because they dealt faithfully. And Hilkiah the high priest said unto Shaphan the scribe, I have found the book of the law in the house of the Lord. And Hilkiah gave the book to Shaphan, and he read it. And Shaphan the scribe came to the king, and brought the king word again, and said, thy servants have gathered the money that was found in the house, and have delivered it into the hand of them that do the work, and that have oversight of the house of the Lord. And Shaphan the scribe showed the king, saying, Hilkiah the priest delivered me a book. And Shaphan read it before the king. And it came to pass, when the king had heard the words of the Lord, that he rent his clothes. And the king commanded Hilkiah the priest, and Ahikam the son of Shaphan, and Achor the son of Micaiah, and Shaphan the son, the scribe, and Asahiah the servant of the king, saying, go ye inquire of the Lord for me, and for the people, and for all Judah, concerning the words of this book that is found. For great is the wrath of the Lord that is kindled against us, because our fathers have not hearkened unto the words of this book, to do according to all that is written concerning us. So Hilkiah, the priest, and Ahikam and Akbor and Shaphan and Asaph and Asaiah went unto Huldah the prophetess, the wife of Shallum, the son of Tikva, the son of Haras, keeper of the wardrobe. Now she dwelt in Jerusalem in the college, and they communed with her. And she said unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, tell the man that sent you to me. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring evil upon this place and upon the inhabitants thereof, even all the words of the book which the king of Judah hath read, because they are forsaken me and have burnt incense unto other gods, that they might provoke me to anger with all the works of their hands. Therefore my wrath shall be kindled against this place and shall not be quenched. But to the king of Judah, which sent you to inquire of the Lord, then shall ye say to him, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, as touching the words which thou hast read, because thy heart was tender, and thou hast humbled thyself before the Lord, when thou heardest that I spake against this place, and against the inhabitants thereof, that they should become a desolation and a curse, and hast rent thy clothes and wept before me. I also have heard thee, saith the Lord, Behold, therefore I will gather thee unto thy fathers, and thou shalt be gathered unto thy grave in peace. And thine eyes shall not see the evil which I shall bring upon this place. And they brought the king word again. Chapter 23. And the king sent, and they gathered unto him all the elders of Judah and of Jerusalem. And the king went up into the house of the Lord, and all the men of Judah and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem with him. And the priests and the prophets and all the people, both small and great, had read in their ears all the words of the covenant which was found in the house of the Lord. And the king stood by a pillar and made the covenant before the Lord to walk after the Lord and to keep his commandments and testimonies and his statutes with all their heart. And all their soul. And performed the words of this covenant that were written in the book, and all the people stood to the covenant. And the king commanded Hilkiah the high priest and the priests of the second order, and the keepers of the door, to bring forth out of the temple of the Lord all the vessels that were made for Baal, and for the grove, and for all the host of heaven. And he burned them without Jerusalem in the fields of Kidron, and carried the ashes of them unto Bethel. And he put down the idolatrous priests, whom the kings of Judah have ordained to burn incense in the high places in the cities of Judah, and in the places round about Jerusalem. Them also are the burned incense unto Baal, to the sun and to the moon, and to the planets, and to all the host of heaven. And he brought out the grove from the house of the Lord with Jerusalem, without Jerusalem, unto the brook Kidron, and burned it at the brook Kidron, and stamped it small to powder, and cast the powder thereof upon the graves of the children of the people. And he brake down the houses of the Sodomites that were in the house of the Lord, where the women wove hangings for the grove. And he brought all the priests out of the cities of Judah, and defiled the high places where the priests had burnt incense, and from Geba to Beersheba, and break down the high places of the gates that were in the entering in of the gate of Joshua, the governor of the city, which were on a man's left hand at the gate of the city. Nevertheless, the priests of the high places came not up to the altar of the Lord in Jerusalem, but they did eat of the unleavened bread among their brethren, and it defiled Topheth, which is in the valley of the children of Hinnom, that no man might make his son or his daughter pass through the fire of Molech. And he took away the horses that the kings of Judah had given to the son, and entering into the house of the Lord by the chamber of Nathamelech, the chamberlain, which was in the suburbs, and burned the chariot of the sun with fire, and the altars that were on the top of the upper chamber of Ahaz, which the kings of Judah had made, and the altars which Manasseh had made in the two courts of the house of the Lord, did the king beat down and break them down thence, and cast the dust of them into the brook Kidron. And the high places that were before Jerusalem, which were on the right of the Mount of Corruption, which Solomon the king of Israel had builded for Ashtaroth, the abomination of the Sidonians, and for Chemosh, the abomination of the Moabites, and for Milcom, the abomination of the children of Ammon, did the king defile. And he brake in pieces the images, and cut down the groves, and filled the places with the bones of men. Moreover, the altar that was at Bethel, and the high place which Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin, had made, both the altar and the high priest, he brake down and burned the high place, and stamped it all to powder, and burned the grove. And Josiah turned himself and spied the sepulchres that were in the mount, and sent and took the bones out of the sepulchres, and burned them upon the altar, and polluted it, according to the word of the Lord, which the man of God proclaimed, who proclaimed these words. Then he said, What title is that I see? As the men of the city told him, It is the sepulchre of the man of God, which came from Judah, and proclaimed the things that thou hast done against the altar of Bethel. And he said, Let him alone, let no man move his bones. So they let his bones alone, with the bones of the prophet that came out of Samaria. And all the houses of all the high places that were in the cities of Samaria, which the kings of Israel had made to provoke the Lord to anger, Josiah took away. And he did to them according to all the acts that he had done in Bethel, and he slew all the priests of the high places that went upon the altars and burned men's bones upon them, and returned to Jerusalem. And the king commanded all the people, saying, Keep the Passover unto the Lord your God, as it is written in the book of this covenant. Surely there was not held such a Passover from the days of the judges that judged Israel, nor in all the days of the kings of Israel, nor the kings of Judah. But in the 18th year of King Josiah, wherein this Passover was held to the Lord in Jerusalem, moreover, the workers with familiar spirits and the wizards and the images and the idols and all the abominations that were spied in the land of Judah and in Jerusalem did Joash put away, and that he might perform the words of the law which were written in the book of Hilkiah the priest, found in the house of the Lord. And like unto him there was no king before him, that turned to the Lord with all his heart and with all his soul and with all his might, according to all the law of Moses. Neither after him arose there any like him. Notwithstanding, the Lord turned not from the fierceness of his great wrath, wherewith his anger was kindled against Judah, because of all the provocations that Manasseh had provoked him withal. And the Lord said unto him, I will remove Judah also out of my sight, as I have removed Israel, and I will cast off this city, Jerusalem, which I have chosen, and the house which I said, my name shall be there. Now the rest of the acts of Josiah and all that he did are they not written in the book? Are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the king of Judah in the days of Pharaoh Necho? The king of Egypt went up against the king of Assyria to the river Euphrates. And the king Josiah went against him, and he slew him at Megiddo, which he had seen him. And his servants carried him in a chariot dead from Megiddo, and brought him to Jerusalem, and brought him to his own sepulchre. And the people of the land took Jehoahaz, the son of Josiah, and anointed him, and made him king in his father's stead. Jehoahaz was 23 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 months in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Amutal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his fathers had done. And Pharaoh Necho put him in the bands at Reba, in the land of Hamath, that he might not reign in Jerusalem, and put the land to a tribute of 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. And Pharaoh Necho made Eliakim the son of Josiah king in the room of Josiah his father, and turned his name to Jehoiakim. They took Jehoahaz away, and he came to Egypt and died there. And Jehoiakim gave the great silver and the gold to Pharaoh, but he taxed the land to give the money according to the commandment of Pharaoh. He exacted the silver and the gold of the people of the land, and of everyone according to his taxation, to give it unto Pharaoh Necho. Jehoiakim was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Zebudah, the daughter of Pedaiah of Rumah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father has done. Chapter 24. In his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up and rebelled against him, and the Lord sent against him bands of the Chaldees, and bands of the Syrians, and bands of the Moabites, and bands of the children of Ammon, and sent them against Judah to destroy it, according to the word of the Lord, which he spake by his servants the prophets. Surely at the commandment of the Lord came this upon Judah, to remove them out of his sight for the sins of Manasseh, according to all that he did, and also for the innocent blood that he shed, for he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood, which the Lord will not pardon. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the king of Judah? So Jehoiakim slept with his fathers, and Jehoiachin his son reigned in his stead. And the king of Egypt came not against any more out of his land, for the king of Babylon had taken from the river of Egypt unto the river Euphrates all that pertained to the king of Egypt. Jehoiachin was 18 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. And his mother's name was Nehushta, and the daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father had done. At that time, the servant of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up against Jerusalem, and the city was besieged. And Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came against the city, and his servants besieged it. And Jehoiakim, the king of Judah, went out to the king of Babylon and his mother, and his servants, and his princes, and his officers, and the king of Babylon took them in the 8th year of his reign. And he carried out thence all the treasures of the house of the Lord, and the treasures of the king's house, and cut in pieces all the vessels of gold which King Solomon of Israel had made in the temple of the Lord, as the Lord had said. And he carried away all Jerusalem, and all the princes, and all the mighty men of valor, even 10,000 captives, and all the craftsmen and smiths. None remained, and save the purest sort of the people of the land. And he carried away Jehoiakim to Babylon, and the king's mother, and the king's wives, and his officers, and the mighty of the land, those who carried away into captivity from Jerusalem to Babylon, and all the men of might, even 7,000, and the craftsmen and the smiths 1,000. all that were strong and apt for war. Even them, the king of Babylon brought captive to Babylon. And the king of Babylon made Mattaniah, his father's brother, king in his stead, and changed his name to Zedekiah. And Zedekiah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Amotal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For through the anger of the Lord it came to pass in Jerusalem and Judah, until he had cast them out of his presence, that Zedekiah rebelled against the king of Babylon. Chapter 25. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, in the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon came, he and all his host, against Jerusalem, and pitched against it, and they built fort against it round about. And the city was besieged unto the 11th year of King Zedekiah. And on the 9th day of the 4th month, that the famine prevailed in the city, and there was no bread for the people of the land. The city was broken up, and all the men of war fled by night in the way of the gate between two walls, which is by the king's garden. Now the Chaldees were against the city round about, and the king went the way toward the plain. And the army of the Chaldees pursued after the king and overtook them in plains of Jericho, and all his army were scattered from him. So they took the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon, to Riblah, and they gave judgment upon him. And they slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, and put out his eyes, the eyes of Zedekiah, and brought him with fetters of brass, and carried him to Babylon. And in the 5th month of the 7th day of the month, which is the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, the servant of the king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and he burnt the house of the Lord and the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and every man's great house burnt he with fire. And all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard break down the walls of Jerusalem round about. Now the rest of the people that were left in the city, and the fugitives that fell away to the king of Babylon, with the remnant of the multitude, did Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carry away. But the captain of the guard left of the poor on the land to be vine dressers and husbandmen. And the pillars of the brass that were in the house of the Lord, and the bases and the brazen sea that was in the house of the Lord, did the Chaldees break in pieces, and carried the brass of them to Babylon, and the pots and the shovels, and the snuffers and the spoons, and all the vessels of brass wherewith they ministered, took they away. And the fire pans and the bowls, and such things as were of gold, and in gold and of silver, and in silver the captain of the guard took away the 2 pillars, 1 sea and 1 base, which Solomon had made for the house of the Lord. The brass and all these vessels was without weight. The height of 1 pillar was 18 cubits, and the chapiter was upon it. Upon it was brass, and the height of the chapiter 3 cubits, and written work, and pomegranates upon the chapiter round about, and all of the brass like unto these are the 2nd pillar with written work. And the captain of the guard took Seraiah the chief priest, and Zephaniah the 2nd priest, and 3 keepers of the door. And out of the city he took an officer that was set over the men of war, and 5 of them that were in the king's presence, which were found in the city, and the principal scribe of the host, which mustered the people of the land, and 60 men of the people of the land that were found in the city. And Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, took these and brought them to the king of Babylon in Riblah. And the king of Babylon smote them and slew them at Riblah in the hand of Amath. So Judah was carried away out of their land. And as for the people that remained in the land of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon had left, even over them he made Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, ruler. And when all the captains of the armies, they and their men, had heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah governor, there came Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan the son of Kareah, and Seriah the son of Tanmuneth, and Netophathite the Netophathite, and Jaazaniah the son of a Maacathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah swore to them and to their men, and said unto them, Fear not to be the servant of the Chaldees, dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. But it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, came, and 10 men with him, and smote Gedaliah that he died, and the Jews and the Chaldees that were with him at Mizpah. And all the people, both small and great, and the captains of the armies arose and came to Egypt, for they were afraid of the Chaldees. And it came to pass that in the 7th and 30th year of the captivity of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, in the 12th month, and on the 7th and 20th day of the month, that evil Merodach, king of Babylon, in the year that he began to reign, did lift up his head against the of Jehoiakim, the king of Judah, out of prison. And he spake kindly to him and set his throne above the throne of the kings that were before, with him in Babylon, and changed his prison garment, and he did eat bread before him all the days of his life. And his allowance was a continual allowance given to him of the king, a daily rate for every day, all the days of his life. We now enter the book of First Chronicles. Adam, Sheth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalil, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Am, Japheth, the sons of Japheth, Goma, Magog, Madai, Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras, and the sons of Goma, and Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Torgama, and the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tashish, Kithim, and Dodanim. The sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, and the sons of Cush, Seba, and Avila, and Septa, and Rama, and Sapteka, and the sons of Rama, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod, he began to be mighty upon the earth. And Mizraim begat Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Nephuthim, and Pathrusim, and Kalushim, of whom came the Philistines and the Caphtorim. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusite also, and the Amorite, and the Gigashite, and the Hivite, and the Arkite, and the Sinite, and the Avadite, and the Zemarite, and the Amathite, the sons of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, and Aphaxad, and Lud, and Adam, and Uz, and Hol, and Gether, and Meshech. And Aphaxad begat Shelah, and Shelah begat Eber, and unto Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, because in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almodad, and Shelef, and Azamaveth, and Jera, and Adoram also, and Uzal, and Dikla, and Ebal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Avila, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan: Shem, Aphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, Nahor, Terah. Abraham, the same is Abraham. The sons of Abraham, Isaac, Ishmael. These are the generations of the firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth, and Kedar, then Abdil, and Mibsam, Mishma, and Duma, Massa, Hadad, and Tema, Jethro, Naphish, and Kedema. These are the sons of Ishmael. Now the sons of Keturah, Abraham's concubine. She bears Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua, and the sons of Jokshan, Sheba, and Dedan, and the sons of Midian, Ephah, and Ever, and Enoch, and Abida, and Elder. All these are the sons of Keturah. And Abraham begat Isaac, the sons of Isaac, Esau, and Israel. The sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Ruel, and Jeush, and Jalem, and Korah. And the sons of Eliphaz, Teman, and Omar, Zerpti, and Gatam, Kenaz, and Timnah, and Amalek. The sons of Ruel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, Mizah. And the sons of Seir, Lotan, and Shoah, and Zibeon, and Anah, and Dishon, and Ezer, and Dishan. And the sons of Lotan, Hori, and Honam, and Timnah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal, Alian, and Manasseh, and Ebal, and Shephi, and Onam. And the sons of Zibeon, Ajah, and Anna. The sons of Anna, Dishon. And the sons of Zishon, Amram, and Eshban, and Ithran, and Cheran. The sons of Izah, Bilhan, and Zaphan, and Jakan. The sons of Dishan, Uz, and Aran. Now these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the children of Israel. Bela, the son of Ber, and the name of his city was Dibnahar. And when Bela was dead, Jobab, the son of Zerah, and Bozrah reigned in his stead. And when Jobab was dead, Husham, the land of the Temanites, reigned in his stead. And Jobab was dead, and Husham of the Temanites reigned in his stead. And Husham was dead, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, which smote the Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of the city was Avith. And when Hadad was dead, Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his stead. And when Samlah was dead, Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And when Shaul was dead, Baal-Hanan, the son of Akbor, reigned in his stead. And when Baal-Hanan was dead, Hadad reigned in his stead, and the name of his city was Pai. And his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matre, the daughter of Mehazab. Hadad died also. And the dukes of Edom were Duke Timnah, Duke Aliah, Duke Jethet, Duke Aholibama, Duke Elah, Duke Pinon, Duke Kenaz, Duke Teman, Duke Mibzah, Duke Magdiel, Duke Iram. These are the dukes of Edom. Chapter 2. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, and Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. The sons of Judah, and Onan, and Shelah, which three were born unto him of the daughter of Shua, born of Judah, which was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him. And Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bare him Pharez and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. The sons of Pharez, Isron and Hamul. The sons of Zerah, Zimri and Ethan, and Heman and Kalkol and Dera, 5 of them in all. And the sons of Carmi, Akar, the troubler of Israel, who transgressed in the thing accursed. And the sons of Ethan, Azariah, the sons of also of Ezron that were born unto him, Jerahmeel, and Ram, and Chelubai. And Ram begat Aminadab, and Aminadab begat Nashon, the prince of the children of Judah. And Nashon begat Salma, and Salma begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat his firstborn, Eliab, and Eliab Aminadab the second, and Shema third, Nathaniel the fourth, Radai the fifth, Ozim the sixth, David the seventh, whose sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail, and the sons of Zeruiah, Abishai and Job, and Asael three. And Abigail begat Amasa, and the father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. And Caleb the son of Hezron begat children of Azubah his wife, and Jerioth our sons, his wife, and of Jerioth our sons are these, Jesha and Shobab and Ardon. And when Azubah was dead, Caleb took unto him Ephrath, which bare him Or, and Or begat Uri, and Uri begat Bezaleel. And afterward Ezron went in to the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 80 years old. And she begat him, and she bare him Segub. And Segub begat Jer, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. And he took Geshur and Aram with the towns of Jer, from them with Kenath, and these towns thereof, even 80 cities. All these belonged to the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. And after that Ezron was dead in Caleb Ephratah. Then Abia, Ezron's wife, bare him Ashur, the father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel, the firstborn of Israel, were Ram, the firstborn, and Bunah, and Oren, and Ozem, and Haijah. And Jerahmeel had also another wife whose name was Atara. She was the mother of Onam. And the sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jerahmeel, were Maz, and Jamin, and Ikar. And the sons of Onan were Shammai and Jadah. And the sons of Shammai, Nadab and Abishur. And the name of the wife of Abishur was Abihail. And she bare him Ahaba, Haban, and Molid. And the sons of Nadab, Seled and Apain. But Seled died without children. And the sons of Apain, Ishi. And the sons of Ishi, Sheshan. And the children of Sheshan, Ahalai. And the sons of Jada, the brother of Shemai, Jether and Jonathan. And Jether died without children. And the sons of Jonathan, Peleth and Zazah. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Now Sheshan had no sons but daughters. And Sheshan had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was Jarha. And Sheshan gave his daughter to Jarha, his servant, to wife. And she bare him Attai, and Attai begat Nathan, and Nathan begat Zabad, and Zabad begat Ephal, and Ephal begat Obed, and Obed begat Jehu, and Jehu begat Azariah, and Azariah begat Elias, and Elias begat Eliasa, and Eliasa begat Sisamai, and Sisamai begat Shalom, and Shalom begat Jechamiah, and Jechamiah begat Elishama. And now the sons of Caleb, the brother of Jerahmeel, were Mesha, his firstborn, which was the father of Ziph, and the sons of Merashah, the father of Hebron, and the sons of Hebron, Korah, and Tapua, and Rechem, and Shema. And Shema begat Raham, the father of Jeroquam, and Jerkoam, and Rechem begat Shammai. And the sons of Shammai was Maon, and Maon was the father of Beth Zor. And Ephah, Caleb's concubine, bare Haran and Mozah and Gaziz. And Haran begat Gaziz. And the sons of Jadah, Eregem, and Jotham and Gesham, and Pelet and Ephah, and Shaph. Maacah, Caleb's concubine, bare Sheba and Tirhana. And she bare also Shaph, the father of Mana, Sheva, the father of Macbena, and the father of Gibeah. And the daughter of Caleb was Aksha. These were the sons of Caleb and the sons of Or, the firstborn of Ephratah, Shobal, the father of Kirjajearim, Salma, the father of Bethlehem, Areph, the father of Bethgada, and Shobal, the father of Kirjajearim, had sons. Harueh and half of the Mahanathites, and the families of Kirjajearim, the Ithrites, and the Puhites, and the Shuathamites, and the Mishratites, and them came Zeriathites and Eshtualites. And the sons of Salma, Bethlehem, and the Neophathites, Atharoth, the house of Joab, and half of the Manathethites and the Zorites, and the families of the scribes which dwell at Jabez, and Tirathites, and Shemethites, and Sukathites. And these are the Kenites that came of Amath, the father of the house of Rechab. Chapter 3. Now these were the sons of David, which were born unto him in Hebron, the firstborn of his firstborn Amnon, of Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, the second Daniel of Abigail the Carmelitess, the third Absalom the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmai king of Geshur, the fourth Adonijah the son of Agith, the fifth Shephatiah of Abtiel, the sixth Ithream by Eglah his wife. These six were born unto him in Hebron. Then he reigned 7 years and 6 months. And in Jerusalem he reigned 30 and 3 years. And these were born unto him in Jerusalem, Shimea and Shobab and Nathan and Solomon, four of Bethuasha, the daughter of Amiel, Iba also, Elishama and Elipheleth, and Noga, Nepheg and Japhia, and Elishama, Eliada and Elipheleth, nine. These were all the sons of David, beside the sons of the concubines, and Tamar their sister. And Solomon's son Rehoboam, Abia his son, and Asa his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Joram his son, Isaiah his son, Joash his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Ezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Ammon his son, Josiah his son, and the sons of Josiah were the firstborn, Johanan, and the second, Jehoiakim, and the third, Zedekiah, and the fourth, Shalom. And the sons of Jehoiakim, Jeconiah his son, Zedekiah his son, and the sons of Jeconiah, Aser, Salathiel his son, Malkiram also, and Pedaiah, and Shenazar, and Jechamiah, Oshama, and Nedabiah. And the sons of Pedaiah were Zerubbabel and Shimei. The sons of Zerubbabel, Meshulam, and Ananiah, and Shelomith their sister, and Ashubah, and Ohel, and Berechiah, and Asadiah. Jushab Esed, five. And the sons of Ananiah, Pelathiah, and Jezaiah, and the sons of Rephaiah, the sons of Arnan, the sons of Obadiah, the sons of Shechaniah, the sons of Shechaniah, Shemaiah, and the sons of Shemaiah, Atush, and Igiel, and Bariah, and Neheriah, and Shaphat, six. And the sons of Nehariah, Elionea, and Ezekiah, and Arzikam, three. And the sons of Elionea were Odiah, and Eliashib, and Peliah, and Akub, and Johanan, and Daliah, and Anani, seven. Chapter 4. The sons of Judah, Phares, Ezron, and Carmi, and Hor, and Shobal. And Reah, the son of Shobal, begat Jahath, and Jahath begat Ahumai, and Lahad. These are the families of the Zorathites. These were of the father of Etam, Jezreel, and Ishma, and Idbash. And the name of their sister Azalelponi, and Penuel, the father of Gedor, and Izah, the father of Usha. These are the sons of Hor, the firstborn of Ephrata, the father of Bethlehem, and Ashur, the father of Tekoa, had two wives, Ella and Nara. Nara being Mausan, and Hepha, and Temeni, and Asharat Tari, Ahash Tari. These were the sons of Nara, and the sons of Ella were Zereth, and Jezoah, and Ethnan. And Koz begat Adnub, and Zobeba, and the families of Aharael, the son of Arum. And Jabez was more honorable than his brethren, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, Because I bear him with sorrow. And Jabez called on the Lord God of Israel, saying, Oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that thy hand might be with me, and thou wouldest keep me from evil, that it might not grieve me. And God granted him that which he requested. And Chelub, the brother of Shua, begat Mehir, which was the father of Eshton. And Eshton begat Beth Rapha, and Paseah, and Tehina, and the father of Ir Nahash. These are the men of Rekah, and the sons of Kenaz, Othniel and Seraiah, and the sons of Othniel, Athar. And Mehunathai begat Ophrah, and Seraiah begat Joab, the father of the valley of Karshim, for they were craftsmen. And the sons of Caleb, the sons of Jephunneh, Iru, Elah, and Naam, the sons of Elah, even Kenaz, and the sons of Jehalil, Ziph, and the Zipha, and Triah, and Asri. The sons of Ezra were Jethar, and Mered, and Ephah, and Jalon, and Shibir, Miriam, and Shammai, and Ishba, the father of Eshtomia, and his wife Jehudijah, Beer, Jered, the father of Gedor, and Iba, the father of Soko, and Jekuthiel, the father of Zanoah. And these are the sons of Bethia, the daughter of Pharaoh, which Mered took. And the sons of his wife Odiah, the sister of Nathan, the father of Keilah, Garmite, and Eshtomia, and the Markethites. And the sons of Shimon were Ammon, and Rina, and Ben-Hanan, and Tilon. And the sons of Ishi were Zoeth, and Ben-Zoheth. And the sons of Shelah, the sons of Judah, were Er, the father of Leka, and Lada, the father of Merasheh, and the father of families of the house that were wrought fine linen of the house of Ashbea, and Joachim, the men of Choseba, and Joash, and Sarah, whom had dominion in Moab, and Jashubai, Lehem. And these are the ancient things. And these are ancient things. These were the potters, those that dwell in the plains of and edges. They dwelt with the king for his work. The sons of Simeon were Nemuel, and Jamin, and Jarib, and Zerah, and Shaul. And Shalom his son, Mizbam his son, Mishma his son, and the sons of Mishma, Amuel his son, Zachor his son, Shimei his son. And Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brethren had not many children, neither did all their family multiply, like to the children of Judah. And they dwelt at Beersheba, and Molada, and Azar Shaul. and Bilhah, and Ezem, and Tolad, and Bethuel, and Orma, and at Ziklag, and at Beth Markoboth, and Hazar Susim, and Beth Birei, and Sharim. These were their cities unto the reign of the king. And their villages were Etam, and Ain, and Rimmon, and Token, and Ashan, 5 cities, and all their villages that were round about the same cities unto Baal. These were the habitations and their genealogy. And Meshobab, and Jamlech, and Joha, and the son of Amaziah, and Joel, and Jehu, the son of Josibiah, the son of Seraiah, the son of Asiel, and Elioenai, and Jacobah, and Jeshoniah, and Asahiah, and Adiel, and Jesimiel, and Benaiah, and Ziza, the son of Shiphi, the son of Alon, the son of Jediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. These mentioned by their names of the princes in the families, and the house of their fathers increased greatly. And they went to entrance of Gedor, even unto the east side of the valley, to seek pasture for their flocks. And they found fat pasture, and good land was wide and quiet and peaceable, for they of dwelt of old. And these written by name came in the days of Hezekiah king of Judah, and smote their tent, and their habitations were found there, and destroyed them utterly unto this day, and dwelt in their rooms, because there was pasture for their flocks. And some of them, even the sons of Simeon, 500 men, went to Mount Seir, having for their captains Pelatiah, and Neriah, and Rephaiah, and Uzziel, the son of Ishi. And they smote the rest of the Amalekites that were escaped, and dwelt there unto this day. Chapter 5. Now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, for he was the firstborn, but for as much as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given to the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. Genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright, for Judah prevailed above his brethren, and of him came chief ruler, but the birthright was Joseph's. The sons, I say, of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, were Anok, and Palu, and Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Joel, Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Raiah his son, Baal his son, Berah his son, Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, carried away captive. Whom Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, carried away captive. He was prince of the Reubenites, and his brethren by their families, when the genealogy of their generations was reckoned, were chief Jael, and Zechariah, and Bela the son of Azaz, and the son of Shema, the son of Joel, who dwelt in Arar, even unto Nebo and Balmeon. And eastward he inhabited unto the entering in of the wilderness from the river Euphrates, because their cattle were multiplied in the land of Gilead. And in the days of Saul they made war with the Agarites, who fell by their hand, and they dwelt in their tents throughout all the east of the land of Gilead. And the children of Gad dwelt over against them in the land of Bashan unto Salcah. And Joel the chief, and the Shaphan the next, and Janiah, and Shaphat in Bashan, and their brethren and their house fathers were Michael, and Meshulam, and Sheba, and Jorai, and Jachan, and Zia, and Heba, 7. These are the children of Abihail, the son of Huri, the son of Jorah, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshishiah, and Jadu, the son of Buz, Ahi, the son of Abdiel, the son of Gunin, the chief of the house of their fathers. And they dwelt in Gilead, in Bashan, and in their towns, and in all the suburbs of Sharon, upon their borders. And all these were reckoned by genealogies in the days of Jotham, king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, king of Israel. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites, and the half of the tribe of Manasseh, valiant men able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with bow, and skillful in war, that were 440,703 that went out to the war. And they made war with the Agarites, the Jethro, and Nephish, and Nodab, and they were helped against them. And the Agarites were delivered into their hand, and all that were with them, for they cried unto God in the battle, and was entreated of them, because they put their trust in him. They took away their cattle, of their camels 50,000, and of sheep 250,000, and of asses 2,000, and men of 100,000. For there fell down many slain, because war was of God. The war was of God, and they dwelt in their steads until the captivity. And the children of the half of the tribe of Manasseh dwelt in the land. And they increased from Bashan unto Baal Hermon, unto Semir, and unto Mount Hermon. And these were the heirs of the house of their fathers, and Ephah, and Ishi, Eliel, and Azriel, and Jeremiah, and Odaviah, and Jadiel, mighty men of valor, famous men, and the heads of the house of their fathers. And they transgressed against the God of their fathers, and went a whoring after the gods of the people of the land, whom God destroyed before them. And the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, and the spirit of Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and he carried them away, even the Reubenites and the Gadites and half of the tribe of Manasseh, and brought them unto Allah and Abor and Hara and to the river Gozan unto this day. Chapter 6. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The sons of Amram, Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. The sons of Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar begat Phinehas, and Phinehas begat Abishua, and Abishua begat Buki, and Buki begat Uzzi, and Uzzi begat Zeriah, and Zeraniah begat Marioth, and Marioth begat Amariah, and Amariah begat Ahitub, and Ahitub begat Zadok, and Zadok begat Ahimaaz, and Ahimaaz begat Azariah, and Azariah begat Johanan, and Johanan begat Azariah. He it is that executed the priest's office in the temple that Solomon built in Jerusalem. And Azariah begat Amariah, and Amariah begat Ahitub, and Ahitub begat Zadok, and Zadok begat Shallum, and Shallum begat Hilkiah, and Hilkiah begat Azariah, and Azariah begat Sariah, and Sariah begat Jehozadak, and Jehozadak went into captivity, and the Lord carried away when the Lord carried away Judah and Jerusalem by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These be the names of the sons of Gershon, Libni, and Shimei. And the sons of Kohath were Amram, and Izhar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. The sons of Merari, Mali, and Mushi. And these are the families of the Levites according to their fathers. Of Gershon, Libni his son, Jahath his son, Zima his son, and Joah his son, Iddo his son, Zerah his son, Jeatari his son. The sons of Kohath, Aminadab his son, and Kohath his son, and Asir his son, and Elkanah his son, and Ebiasaph his son, and Asir his son. And the sons of Elkanah, Amasai and Ahimoth. As for Elkanah, the sons of Elkanah, Zophai his son, and Nahath his son, Eliab his son, Joram his son, Elkanah his son, and the sons of Samuel, the firstborn of Ashni and Abia. The sons of Merari, Mali, Libni his son, Shimei his son, Uzzah his son, Shimei his son, Nagia his son, Asaiah his son. And these are the whom David set over the service of song in the house of the Lord. And that after that, the ark had rest. And they ministered before the dwelling place of the tabernacle of the congregation with singing, until Solomon had built the house of the Lord in Jerusalem. And they waited on their office according to their order. And these are they that waited on the children with their children. Of the sons of Kohathite, Heman, a singer, the son of Joel, and Shemuel, the son of Elkanah, the son of Joram, the son of Eliel, the son of Toah, and the son of Zuph, and the son of Elkanah, and the son of Elkanah, the son of Joel. Then the son of Tahath, the son of Joel, the son of Azariah, the son of Zephaniah. Then the son of Tahath, the son of Asir, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, and his brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand, even Asaph, the son of Berechiah, the son of Shimei, the son of Michael, the son of Basia, and the son of Malchiah, the son of Ethni, the son of Zerah, the son of Adiah, the son of Ethan, the son of Zima, the son of Shimei, the son of Jahath, the son of Gershom, the son of Levi. The brethren of the sons of Merari stood on the left hand, Ethan, the son of Kishi, the son of Abdi, the son of Maluk, the son of Ashabiah, the son of Amaziah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Amzi, the son of Bani, the son of Shamer, the son of Mali, the son of Mushi, the son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their brethren also the Levites were appointed unto all the manner of service in the tabernacle of the house of God. But Aaron and his sons offered up the altar upon the altar of the burnt offering and of altar of incense, and were appointed for all the work of the place most holy, and to make an atonement for Israel, according to all that Moses, the servant of God, had commanded. And these are the sons of Aaron: Eleazar his son, Phinehas his son, Abishua his son, Buki his son, Uzzi his son, Zeriah his son, Merioth his son, Amariah his son, Ahitub his son, Zadok his son, Ahimaaz his son. Now these are the dwelling places throughout the castles of the coast of the sons of Aaron, of the families of the Kohathites, for their plots. And they gave them Hebron in the land of Judah and suburbs thereof round about it. But the fields of the city and the villages thereof they gave to Caleb the son of Jephunneh. And the sons of Aaron gave the cities of Judah. They gave the cities of Judah, namely Hebron, the city of refuge, and Libnah with her suburbs, and Jattir and Eshtemoa with their suburbs, and Helin with her suburbs, Debir with her husband. and Helen with her suburbs, Debir with her suburbs, and Ashan with her suburbs, and Beth Shemesh with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Benjamin, Giba with her suburbs, and Alemeth with her suburbs, and Anathoth with her suburbs. All their cities throughout their families were 13 cities. And unto the sons of Kohath, which were left of the family of that tribe, were cities given out of the half tribe, namely out of the half tribe of Manasseh, by lot 10 cities. And to the sons of Gershom throughout the families of the tribe of Issachar, and out of the tribe of Asher, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, and out of the tribe of Manasseh in Bashan, 13 cities. And unto the sons of Merari were given by lot throughout their families, and throughout the tribe of Reuben, and out of the tribe of Gad, and the tribe of Zebulun, 12 cities. And the children of Israel gave to the Levites these cities with their suburbs, and they gave by lot the tribe of the children of Judah, and out of the tribe of the children of Simeon, and out of the tribe of Benjamin, these cities which are called by their names. And the residue of the families of the sons of Korah are the cities of their coasts out of the tribe of Ephraim. And they gave unto them the cities of refuge, Shechem in the mount of Ephraim with their suburbs. And they also gave Giza with their suburbs, and Jokmeam with her suburbs, and Beth Horon with her suburbs, and Ajalon with her suburbs, and Gath Rimmon with her suburbs, and out of half of their tribe of Manasseh, and now with her suburbs, and Biliam with her suburbs, and family, for the family of the remnant of the sons of Kohath. Unto the sons of Gershom were given out the family of the tribe of Manasseh, Golan in Bashan with her suburbs, and Ashtaroth with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Issachar, Kedesh with her suburbs, and Debarath with her suburbs, and Ramoth with her suburbs, and Anem with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Asher, Marshall with her suburbs, and Abdon with her suburbs, and Hukok with her suburbs, and Rehob with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, Kedesh in Galilee with her suburbs, and Hammon with her suburbs, and Kirjathaim with her suburbs. Unto the rest of the children of Merari were given out of the tribe of Zebulun, Rimmon with her suburbs, Tabor with her suburbs, and to the other side of Jordan by Jericho, the east side of Jordan, were given them of the tribe of Reuben, Bezah in the wilderness with her suburbs, and Jazar with her suburbs, Kedemoth also with her suburbs, and Mephath with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of God, Ramoth, Gilead with her suburbs, Mahanaim with her suburbs, and Ishbon with her suburbs, and Jazir with her suburbs. Chapter 7. Now the sons of Tola, Uzi, and Rephaiah, and Jeriel, and Jemaiah, and Jibsan, and Shemuel, heads of their father's house, to wit, of Tola, they were valiant men in men of might in their generations, whose number was in the days of David 22,600. And the sons of Uzi, Israel, the sons of Israel, Michael and Obadiah and Joel and Isha, 5, all of them chief men. And with them, by their generations, after the house of their fathers, were bands of soldiers for war, 630,000 men. For they had many wives and sons, and their brethren among all the family of Issachar were valiant men of might, reckoned in by their genealogies 407,000. The sons of Benjamin, Bela and Beka, and Jadiel were 3. And the sons of Bela, Ebzban, Uchi, and Uziel, and Jeremoth, and Eri, 5 heads of the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, and were reckoned by their genealogies 20 and 2,034. And the sons of Becher, Zemira, and Joash, and Eliezer, and Elioni, and Omri, and Jeremoth, and Abia, and Anathoth, and Almath, and all these are the sons of Becher. And the name of them after their genealogy by their generations, heads of their house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, 20 and 2,200. The sons of Jediel, Bilhan, and the sons of Bilhan, Jeush, Benjamin, Ehud, and Chenath, and Zethan, and Tashish, and Abishahar. All these sons of Jehiel, by the heads of their fathers, mighty men of valor, were 17,200 soldiers fit to go out to war and battle. Shuppim also and Uppim, the children of Ehud, and Ushim, and the sons of Aher, the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jizah, and Shalom, and the sons of Bilhah. The sons of Manasseh, Ashriel, whom she bare, but his concubine, the Aramitess, bare Machir, the father of Gilead. And Machir took to wife the sister of Uppim and Shuppim, whose sister's name was Maacah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters. And Maacah, the wife of Machir, bare a son, and she called his name Peresh. And the name of his brother was Sheresh. And his sons were Ulam and Rakem. And Ulam And the sons of Ulam, Bedan, these were the sons of Gilead, the sons of Machir, the sons of Manasseh. And the sister Amoleketh bare Ishod, and Abiezer and Mahalah. And the sons of Shemida were Ahian and Shechem, and Likni and Aniam. And the sons of Ephraim, Shuthelah, and Bered his son, and Tahath his son, and Eldaha his son, and Tahath his son, and Zabdah his son, and Shuthelah his son, and Izah and Eliad, whom the men of Gath were born in Usli, because they came down to take away their cattle, and Ephraim their father mourned many days. And his brethren came to comfort him, and when he went into his wife, she conceived and bare a son, and called his name Beriah, because it went evil with his house. And his daughter was Sherah, who built Beth Horon the Nether, and the upper, and the Uzen Sherah. And Repha was his son, and also Roseph, and Telah his son, and Tahan his son, and Laadan his son, Amihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Jehoshua his son, and their possessions and habitations were Bethel, and the towns thereof, the eastward Naran and westward Giza, with the towns thereof, and Shechem also, and towns therefore unto Gaza and the towns thereof. And by the borders of the children of Manasseh, Bethshean and her towns, Tanakh and her towns, Megiddo and her towns, Dor and her towns. In these dwelt the children of Joseph, the son of Israel, the sons of Asher, Imnah and Isua, and Ishuai, and Beriah and Sarah, their sister, and the sons of Beriah, Heber and Machiel, who is the father of Birzavith. And Heber begat Japhlet, and Shoma and Otham, and Shua their sister, and the sons of Japhlet, Pasak, and Bimhal and Ashvath. These are the children of Japheth, and the sons of Shamer, Ahi and Roga, Jehubah and Aram. And these are the sons of his brother Elem, Jopha and Imnah, and Shelesh and Amal, the sons of Jopha, Sua and Apenphenefer, and Shual and Beri and Imra, Bezer and Hod and Shammah, and Shalish and Ithran and Bira, and the sons of Jetha, Jephoneh and Pispa and Ara, and the sons of Ulla, Ara, and Aniel and Reziah. All these were the children of Asher, heads of their father's house, choice and mighty men of valor, and the princes, and the number throughout of the genealogy of them were apt to the war, and was battle, and to battle was 26,000 men. Chapter 8. Now Benjamin begat Bela his firstborn, and Ashbel the second, and Ahara the third, and Nohah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And the sons of Bela were Adar and Gera and Abiud, and Abishua and Naaman and Ahua and Gera and Shefufan and Huram. And these are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Geba. And they removed them to Maanathat, and Naaman and Ahiah and Gera. And he removed them and begat Uzzah and Ahud. And Sharaim begat children in the country of Moab after he had sent them away. Hushim and Bara were his wives. And he begat Odesh his wife, and Jobab, and Zibiah, and Mesha, and Malcolm, and Jeus, and Shakiah, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of the fathers. And Hushim he begat Abitub and Elpal, the sons of Elpal, Ibar, and Mishaim, and Shamed, who built Ono, and Lod with his sons thereof, and Beriah also, and Shema, who were the heirs of the fathers of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who drove away the inhabitants of Gath, and Ahio, and Shashak, and Jeremoth, and Zebadiah, and Arad, and Ada, and Michael, and Ispa, and Joha, the sons of Beriah, and Zebadiah, and Meshulam, and Ezeki, and Heba, Ishmerai, also, and Jezliah, and Jobab, the son of Elpal, and Jakim, and Zikri, and Zabdi, and Eliemi, and Ziltai, and Adiah, and Beriah, and Shemath, the sons of Shimi, Ishpan, and Ezra, and Zikri, and Anan, and Iphediah, and Penuel, and Ishpan, and Eba, and Eliel, and Abdom, and Zikri, and Anan, and Ananiah, and Elam, and Anthonijath, and Iphediah, and Penuel, the sons of Shashak, and Shamsherai, and Shekiah, and Ataliah, and Jaresiah, and Eliah, and Zikri, the sons of Jeroham. And these were the heirs of the fathers by their generation, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem, and at Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon, whose wife was Maacah, and his firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zechariah, and Mikloth begat Shimei. And these also dwelt with their brethren in Jerusalem over against them. And Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan and Malchishua, and Abinadab and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribal, and Meribal begat Micah. And the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begat Jehoiada, and Jehoiada begat Almeth, and Azmaveth, and Zimri, and Zimri begat Moza. And Moza begat Benia. Rapha was his son, Eleazar his son, Aziel his son, and Aziel and 6 sons, whose names are these: and Archigam, Bokeru, and Ishmael, and Sheriah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Aziel, and the sons of Eshek his brother were Ulam his firstborn, Jeush the second, and Eliphelet the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons, 150. And all these are the sons of Benjamin. Chapter 9. So all Israel reckoned by genealogies, and behold, they were written. All Israel were reckoned by genealogies, and behold, they were written in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah, who were carried away to Babylon for their transgression. Now the inhabitants that dwelt in their possessions in their cities were the Israelites, the priests, the Levites, and the Nethinims. And in Jerusalem dwelt of the children of Judah, and of the children of Benjamin, and of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh, Uthai the son of Amihu, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, the children of Phares, the son of Judah, and of the Shilonites, Asahiah, the firstborn of his sons, and of his sons Zerah and Joel and brethren, and their brethren 690, and the sons of Benjamin, Salu, the son of Meshulam, the sons of Odaviah, the son of Asenua, and Ibnea, the son of Jeroham, and Elah, the son of Uzi, the son of Mikri, and Meshulam, the son of Shephatiah, the son of Ruel, the son of Ibnijah, and their brethren according to their generations, 956. All these men were chief of the fathers of the house of their fathers, and of the priests Jediah, and Joarib, and Jachin, and Azariah, and the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshulam, the son of Zadok, the son of Merioth, the son of Ahitub, the ruler of the house of God, and Adiah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Pashur, the son of Malchijah, and Masai, the son of Adiel, the son of Jazerah, and the son of Meshulam, the son of Meshilemith, the son of Imar, and their brethren, the heads of the house of their fathers, 1,703 score, very able men for the work of the service of the house of God, and of the Levites, Shemaiah, the son of Ashub, the son of Azrikam, the son of Al-Shabiah, the sons of Merari, the Bakbar, Irish, and Galal, and Mattaniah, the son of Micah, the son of Zikri, the son of Asaph, and Obadiah, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun, Berechiah, the son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, and dwelt in the village of Netophathites. And the porters were Shalom, and Akub, and Talmon, and Ainam, and their brethren. Shalom was the chief, who hitherto waited in the king's gate eastward. They were porters in the companies of the children of Levi. And Shalom, the son of Kore, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, and his brethren of the house of his father, Korathites, who were over the work of service, keeper of the gates of the tabernacle, and their fathers, being over the host of the Lord, were keepers of the entry. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, was the ruler over them in the past, and the Lord was with him. And Zechariah, the son of Meshelemiah, was the porter of the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. All these which were chosen to be porters in the gates were 212. Were 212. These were reckoned by their genealogy and their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer did ordain in their set office. So they and the children had the oversight of the gates of the house of the Lord, namely the house of the tabernacle by words. In 4 quarters were the porters towards the east, the west, the north, and the south, and their brethren which were in their villages were come after 7 days from time to time with them. For these Levites, the 4 chief porters were in their set office and over the chambers and treasuries of the house of God. And they lodged round about the house of God, because the charge was upon them, and the opening thereof of every morning pertained unto them. And certain of them had the charge of ministering vessels, and they should bring them in and out by tale. Some of them were also appointed to oversee the vessels and all the instruments of the sanctuary, and the fine flour and the wine and the oil and the frankincense and the spices. And some of the sons of the priests made the ointment of the spices. And Mattithiah, one of the Levites, who was born of Shallum the Korahite, had set office over the things which were made in the pans. And other of their brethren and the sons of the Kohathites were over the shewbread, and prepare it every Sabbath. And these are the singers, chief of the father of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. These chief fathers of the Levites were chief throughout their generations. These dwelt at Jerusalem, and Gibeon dwelt And in Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon, Jehiel, whose wife's name was Maacah, and his firstborn son was Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Ner, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahiu, and Zechariah, and Milcloth. And Mikloth begat Shimeam, and they also dwelt with their brethren at Jerusalem over against their brethren. And Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribal, and Meribal begat Micah. And the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Thariah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begat Jarah, and Jarah begat Alemeh, and Alemeh begat Azamaveth. And Azmaveth begat Zimri, and Zimri begat Moza, and Moza begat Benia, and Rephaiah his son, Eliash his son, Azael his son, and Azael had 6 sons whose names are these: Arzikam, Bokeru, and Ishmael, and Sheriah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azael. Chapter 10. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell down slain in the Mount Gilboa. And the Philistines followed after Saul and after his sons, and the Philistines slew Jonathan and Abinadab and Malchishua the son of Saul. And the battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was wounded of the archers. Then Saul said to his armor bearer, Draw thy sword and thrust it through me therewith, lest the uncircumcised come and abuse me. But his armor bearer would not, for he was so afraid. So Saul took a sword and fell upon it. And when his armor bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise on the sword and died. So Saul died, and his 3 sons, and all his house died together. And when all the men of Israel were in the valley saw that they fled, and Saul and his sons were dead, they forsook their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and dwelt in them. And it came to pass on the morrow, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his sons fallen in Mount Gilboa. And when they had stripped him, they took his head and his armor and sent into the land of the Philistines round about, and carried tidings unto their idols and to the people. And they put his armor in the house of their gods, and fastened his head in the temple of Dagon. And when all Jabesh Gilead heard all that the Philistines had done to Saul, they arose, all the valiant men, and took away the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh, and brought their bones under the yoke in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his transgression which he committed against the Lord, and even against the word of the Lord which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit to inquire of it. And he inquired not of the Lord, therefore he slew him, and turned the kingdom unto David the son of Jesse. Chapter 11. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David unto Hebron, saying, We are all thy bone and thy flesh. And moreover, in time past, even when Saul was king, thou was he that led us out and brought us in Israel. And the Lord thy God said unto thee, Thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be ruler over my people Israel. Therefore came all the elders of Israel to the king in Hebron, and David made a covenant with them in Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel according to the word of the Lord by Samuel. And David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, which is Jebus, where the Jebusites were inhabitants of the land. And the inhabitants of Jebus said to David, Thou shalt not come hither. Nevertheless, David took the castle of Zion, which is the city of David. And David said, Whosoever smiteth the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain. So Joab the son of Zeruiah went up first and was chief. And David dwelt in the castle, and therefore they called it the city of David. And he built the city round about, from Milo round about, and Joab repaired the part of the city that was broken down. So David waxed greater and greater, for the Lord of hosts was with him. These are also the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom, and with all Israel, to make him king according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. And this is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jashobim, a Hachmonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up his spear against 300 and slain them by 300 were slain by him at once. And after him was Eleazar the son of Dodo, and the Ahite, who was one of the 3 mighties. He was with David at Pasdamim, and there the Philistines were gathered together to battle, where was a parcel ground full of barley. And the people fled from before the Philistines, and they set themselves in the midst of that parcel, and delivered it and slew the Philistines. The Lord saved them by a great deliverance. Now 3 of the 30 captains went down to the rock to David, into the cave of Adullam, and the host of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the old, and the Philistines' garrison was then at Bethlehem. And David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink from the water of the well of Bethlehem that is at the gate." And the three brake through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. But David would not drink it, but poured it out to the Lord, and said, "My God forbid it me that I should do this thing, and I shall drink the blood of these men that have put their lives in jeopardy. For with the jeopardy of their lives they brought it, therefore I will not drink it." These things did these three mightiest. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, he was chief of the three. For lifting up his spear against 300, he slew them and had a name amongst three. Of the three, he was more honorable than the two, for he was their captain, albeit he attained not to the first three. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man, Kabzeel, who had done many acts. He slew two lion-like men of Moab. Also, he went down and slew a lion in a pit in a snowy day. And he slew an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits high, and in the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam. And he went down to him with a staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, and had name among the three mighties. And behold, he was more honorable among the 30, but he attained not to the first three, and David set him over his guard. Also, the valiant men of the armies were Asaiah, the brother of Joab, Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah the Arothite, and Eles the Pelonite, Ira the son of Ikesh the Tekoite, Abiezer the Antothite, Sibekai the Ushathite, Eli the Aholite, Maharai the Neophathite, Eled the son of Bana and the Neophathite, Ithai the son of Ribai of Gibeah that pertained unto the children of Benjamin, and Benaiah the Pirathonite, Hurai of the brooks of Gash, Abiel the Arbathite, Asmaveth the Baharumite, Elihaba the Shalbonite, the sons of Geshem the Gizonite, Jonathan the son of Shage, the Hararite, Ahiam the son of Sakar, the Hararite, Eliphal the son of Or the Mekathite, Ahijah the Pelonite, Ezra the Carmelite, Narai the son of Esbai, Joel the brother of Nathan, Mizbah the son of Ageri, Zelek the Ammonite, Narai the Berothite, the armor bearer of Joab the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithite, Gareb the Ithite, Uriah the Ithite, Zabad the son of Alai, Adina the son of Shizan, Reubenite, a captain of the Reubenites, and 30 with them, Anani the son of Makkah, the Jehoshaphat the Mithanite, Uzzah the Asherelite, Ashterathite, Shammah and Jehiel the sons of Othan the Ariorite, Jediel the son of Shimri, and Joha his brother the Tizite, Eliel the Mahavite, and Jeribai the Joshaviah, the sons of Elnam and Ithma the Moabite, Eliel and Obed and Jasiel the Mesobite. Chapter 12. Now these are they which came to David to Ziklag, while he yet kept himself close because of Saul the son of Kish. They were among the mighty men, helpers of the war. They were armed with bows and could use both right and left hand, hurling stones and shooting arrows out of a bow, even of Saul's brethren of Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer, then Joash, then sons of Shemai, then Jeziel, Pelet, Asmaveth, Beraka, and Jehu, and the Anthotite. And Ismaiah the Gibeonite, a mighty man among 30 and over 30, Jeremiah, Jahaziel, and Johanan, and Josabad, the Gedarathite, Eluzai, and Jeremoth, and Beliah, and Shemarai, and Shephatiah, and the Aruphite, Elkanah, and Jesiah, Azuri, Jose, and Jozi, and Jeshobim, the Korite, and Jola, Zebadiah, the sons of Joram, and Gedor. And of the Gadites, they separated themselves unto David into the old of the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for the battle, the corando, the shield, and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as roes upon the mountains. And Isa the first, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmana the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the 8th, Elzabad the 9th, Jeremiah the 10th, Machabani the 11th. These were the sons of God, the captains of the host. One of them of the least was over 100, and the greatest over 1,000. These are they we went over Jordan in the first month when it had overflown in all its banks, and they put to flight them of the valleys. Them of the valleys, both towards the east and towards the west, there came of the children of Benjamin and Judah to hold unto David. And David went out to meet them, and answered and said unto them, If ye become peaceably unto me to help me, my heart shall be knit unto you. But if ye come to betray me to my enemies, seeing there is no wrong in me, in my hands, the God of our fathers look thereon and rebuke it. Then the Spirit came upon Amasai, who was chief of the captains, and said, Thine are we, David, and on thy side the son of Jesse. Thine are we, David, and on thy side, thou son of Jesse. Peace be unto thee, and peace be unto thy helpers. For thy God helped thee. And David received them and made them captains of the band. And there fell some of Manasseh to David when he came to the Philistines against Saul to battle, but they helped him not. For the lords of the Philistines, upon advisement, sent him away, saying, He will fall to his master Saul to jeopardy of our heads. As he went to Ziklag, there fell of him Manasseh, Adnah, and Jozabad, and Jediel, Michael, and Jozabad, Eliu, Ziltai, the captain of the thousands that were with Manasseh. And they helped David against the band of the rovers, for they were all mighty men of valor, and were captains of the host. For at that time, day by day, there came to David to help him, until it was a great host like the host of God. And these are the numbers of the bands that were armed to the war, and came to David to Hebron, and to turn the kingdom of Saul to him according to the word of the Lord. The children of Judah that bear shield and spear were 6,800 ready armed to the war. Of the children of Simeon, mighty men of valor for the war, even 7,100. Of the children of Levi, 4,600. And Jehoiada was the leader of the Aaronites. Aaronites with him were 3,700. And Zadok, a young mighty man of valor, and of his father's house, 22 captains. And of the children of Benjamin, the kindred of Saul, 3,000. And Ithato, the greatest part of them that kept the word of the house of Saul. And of the children of Ephraim, 20,800 mighty men of valor, and of the children of Ephraim, 20,800 and mighty men of valor, famous throughout all their house. And of the tribe of Manasseh, 18,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh, 18,000, which were expressed by name, to come and make David king. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of times, to know what Israel ought to do per time, and the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle, experts in war, with all the instruments of war, 50,000, which could keep rank. They were not of